Hello and welcome to some more Raven Legacy of Master Thief. So we're back on it again and it's good to be back. I haven't done one in a while, but it's always going to keep getting done this because I need to know who the Raven is and who the Raven's heir is. So what's happened? Quick catch up. I'll do this as quick as possible. Baroness got killed. Gebhardt did it. And yeah. He basically tried to kill Zellner. Zellner managed to get away, and Gebhardt seems to be dead. He sent a letter to Legrand saying he was really the Raven, which we probably know, which we really think he wasn't. And but Legrand seems to think he was. But yeah, so and he's disappeared. Gebhardt. They never actually found a body. So we got off the ship eventually after the Baroness's death. We bumped into Mr. Inch, who was the butler of the Baroness, and we also bumped into the director of the museum, who'd lost his dog Grace. And now we've finally come inside. So let's carry on. Okay, I forgot the buttons, to be honest. Oh, that's it. Oh, the door there. Let's try that door. Try that door first. Don't know what it is, but let's go have a look.
Locked.
Oh, okay. What is it then?
The door is closed if the guard room isn't occupied. That makes sense. Though I would have expected the guard room to be occupied all the time, especially on a day like today.
Okay, so it's the guard room then. Okay, let's talk to... That looks like Mrs. Miller. Hello, Mrs. Miller.
Miss Miller, I'm glad to see you here.
Oh, Constable Zellner. I heard what happened to you on board. Awful. Truly awful.
All's well that ends well.
What's that bloody noise keep
for
playing?
Professor Lucien?
Mm-hmm.
Thought you would be.
Were you able to find out why Professor Lucien left the forecastle so suddenly last night?
No, not really. We only had a brief conversation. He was still very nervous.
He was like that on the train as well. Seems to be typical of him.
It must be something to do with the burglary at the museum.
What the bloody hell's that? Plink, plonk,
But
plink,
he
plonk,
told me
plink.
not to worry about anything. He said, soon this would all be over.
Really? How did he mean that?
Oh, I didn't ask him, Constable.
It was a bit weird, that, though.
Are there other passengers from the ship here?
Oh, yes, we arrived as a group. David Kreutzer, the violinist, was with us. So were Miss Myers and Mr. Inch. He seems to have gotten over the death of the Baroness pretty quickly. He seems positively relaxed.
I've met him. He looks on the bright side of life, so to speak. Where is Mr. Kreutzer?
He's over in the treasure chamber. Maddie is downstairs in the main hall. I'm afraid I'll hear the sound of something priceless shattering any second.
Matt will be careful, Miss Miller.
Yeah, that I meant to talk to you about that. I think that Mr. Inch has something to do with it. Maybe he's even the Raven. Think about it. I know it might not seem it, but think about it for a second. There was 3 keys, and one of them was kept by the Baroness. And we know that he'd only been working for her for the last 6 months because Zellner asked him, and he told him that. So that would mean that he joined just before all this started. He joined the Baroness, this Inch. And he would be in the perfect place to get hold of the Baroness's key and make an imprint of it. Yeah, and he would be on the ship and everything, on the train and everything, to move around the train like he was and that. So, yeah, I think Inch could be something to do with it.
Tomorrow you'll be sailing down the Nile, if I heard correctly.
Nile?
That's right. I'm sure it will be an amazing experience.
But you don't seem to be very excited.
Oh, but I am. It's very generous of Lady Westmacott to invite me, and especially Maddie. He'll learn a lot.
But?
Well, Professor Lucien offered to join us.
Bloody
Matt
Lucien.
will learn even more. And I'm sure it won't be unpleasant for you either.
No, I just don't know how Maddie would react if Edgar came with us.
I understand. I could test the water to see how he'd feel about it.
Would you do that?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, thank you, Constable Zellner.
No problem.
I'll continue my tour of the museum.
Yes, let's keep on a look round.
Yes, there's so much to see.
Okay, let's go over here. Go to the rear area. That's always a good thing to do, go to the rear area. Ah, there's Kreutzer, you piece of crap. Right, oh, he's on the display case. What's over here?
Ancient Egyptian jewelry. I like that golden signet ring with a scarab made of jasper. In ancient Egypt, these beetles were regarded as symbols of fertility. Nowadays, we just call them dung beetles. I suppose the beetles don't really care.
Can I see the... Can I see? No? Anything else? Let me have a feel around. Oh, a newspaper. So we'll click on that. I didn't see a newspaper. Oh no, it's there. I can see it.
I can't read what it says, but the cover features a dashing picture of Legrand.
Oh, it'll be about
It shows an energetic young man photographed from beneath, against the sky. That's the look of a man who can catch a thief and murderer in a single day.
Yeah, that's what that will be.
I don't believe that Legrand spoke to the press himself. He doesn't seem to like the attention, and he wouldn't falsely take credit for something he hadn't done.
Wouldn't he? I think he suspected that he never did shoot the Raven, but he still let himself get famous. Are you the one plinky plinky plonking all the time that's getting on my nerves? Idiot face. That's a carry insult. Idiot face. Someone's a violinist.
Mr. Kreutzer will provide the background music tonight at the opening. Does he have anything else on his agenda?
Oh, where's Plinky Plonky? It doesn't sound that good.
How are the acoustics, Mr. Kreutzer?
Average. I wouldn't have expected anything else from a big stone cavern.
Well, you had a gun.
How does it feel to have been accused of murder and to escape by the skin of your teeth? The whole thing could have had a bad ending for you. You didn't have an alibi. It was your gun.
I must admit that I can imagine better ways to spend my time than being roughed up by Inspector Legrand. Your snooping actually paid off for me this time. Did you ever suspect me?
Of murder?
Yes.
No.
No, being a thief,
I think
yes.
you're too intelligent to shoot someone with your own gun without arranging an alibi for the time of the crime.
For being just an average thief who steals purses, yeah, you completely like that, scumbag.
It seems like a lot of the passengers from the ship are here this morning.
Nearly all of them. I had a brief conversation with the Baroness's butler. Between you and I, he seems quite happy to be rid of the old battleship.
Mr. Kreutzer.
I don't think he's either
Young
way.
Miss Mayers was here as well. Unfortunately, it seems like she's already disappeared again.
Forget it. She's engaged.
And the old witch with her caretaker and her brat are also here.
What do you have against Lady Westmacott?
The lady is more callous than the Queen of the Night. She chased her own son away, ice cold. I met him briefly. Flew to America because he couldn't stand her anymore.
Did any of the guests behave suspiciously? Was anyone unusually interested in the treasure chamber or the security system?
I couldn't say. I'm here to check the acoustics and then I'll come back for the gala tonight. I'm not interested in your detective games.
The newspaper this morning is full of reports about the events on board.
I've seen them.
Someone must have informed the press directly from the ship. He probably got a pile of money for the story, don't you think?
And again, they want to ruin my reputation. But no, Constable, it wasn't me. I didn't even consider it. And whoever did it was a bungler.
Why?
The story is in all the papers. You get more money if you sell the dirt to just one paper, as an exclusive.
Who do you think it was?
The young guy? The stowaway?
The captain didn't press charges and let him go this morning. But up until then, he was in the cell the whole time.
Perhaps Miss Mayers. Maybe she wants to become an actress and needs a bit of publicity.
Whoever it was, they wanted to make sure that the story spread, and they weren't after money. So, what were they after? Well, I'm looking forward to the concert.
It will be an unforgettable night.
It makes me laugh, that Kreutzer, because he says things like, trying to ruin my reputation, and yet we caught him trying to steal from... Well, we caught him with Baroness's... Oh, hello. With the Baroness's purse that he'd stolen. So he can't really say anything. No, I don't want to go back to the front area yet. Still look round. No, can't. I want to see if I could see that scarab. It won't let me. Can't. Well, don't then. Okay, examine the banner.
Exclusive and unique. The eyes of the Sphinx exhibited together for the first time ever. Hopefully the visitors will be satisfied with a single eye. Otherwise, all this effort will be for nothing.
Yeah. Which one's missing?
Unfortunately, now it's just the eye of the Sphinx.
Well, it's alright.
But it's a bit too late to change the banner.
It could be a Cyclops. And just have one eye. It'll do. Can I do it? Let's look at the guard.
Well-trained guards are usually the best security system. Although they didn't manage to stop the Raven in London.
Well, yeah. Let's go in.
That must be the treasure chamber where the Eye of the Sphinx is due to be exhibited. The display case is already prepared.
Well, let's go in then. Go. Do it. Do it to it.
No, sir.
I'm from the Swiss police. I want to check the security arrangements.
No one may enter the treasure chamber before the delivery has arrived.
Good for you. Let me in. Kick your ass. No, nothing else to... No point in doing to him. I'm not doing the Kreutzer no more. Sod him. Nothing else to see here. Okay, yeah, I know. Alright, we're going. Let's go back to the front. Okay. Let's see. Oh, main hall. Let's go. I was just thinking, where can I go now? Main hall. Wait. Oh, it's going there. Okay. So we'll look round. Oh, showcase. Let's have a look. Show it me. Let me see a nice showcase.
Ah, I've heard of this. Desert glass.
Ooh, desert
In the
glass.
great sand sea of the Libyan desert, there's a region where natural glass is found. Nobody knows how it formed. The valuable material was often used for jewelry in ancient Egypt.
Cool. Nice. Loved it. Okay. Oh. Who's that? Ah, Lady West. I can't see her. What's this? Is it? Oh, daggers. Let's have a look at daggers. No. Daggers. Look at the daggers.
Several daggers in a row. Their shapes and patterns look timeless, elegant.
Okay, nice.
What does it say here? The dagger on the left is a replica of the dagger from the tomb of Tutankhamun.
Oh, nice.
It must have been incredibly precious during his lifetime because it's made of iron. Thousands of years before the Ice Age, meteorites were the only source of pure iron. So a star that fell from the sky, bringing a substance that's harder than anything they'd known before, would have been a dramatic event. No wonder they used it to forge a weapon for the godlike pharaoh.
That's quite cool, that, if you think about it, because there really wouldn't be many weapons like that around if the only way you could get them was to wait for a shooting star. Oh, another showcase. Let's go over there, see what that is.
Aha! This shows how the ancient Egyptians were able to move the heavy blocks of stone to build their pyramids and temples.
How?
They used ropes, wooden sleds, and poles as levers.
Cool. Oh.
These exhibits aren't originals, of course. They're reconstructed, based on old pictures. Nonetheless, it's impressive how they managed to build monuments like the pyramids with such simple tools.
Telling me. Bloody big thing. Oh, what else we got before we go in here? What's that? Examine the statue. Who's that? Westmacott didn't even notice me yet. She thinks she's like, hello, Inspector.
This is Akhenaten, the only pharaoh whose portrait I always recognize. He has a very unusual head.
Good for him. Who's he then?
A figure of Imhotep, who comes in peace from around 2700 BC. The first polymath known by name, godfather of medicine, architect of the first pyramids, and according to legend, the inventor of Egyptian writing. He certainly achieved more than me in his life.
He did do a lot, didn't he? Good old Imhotep there.
He was a legend. The Greeks called him a god. The Romans still honored him 3,000 years after his death. Even today, scholars offer a drop of ink to Imhotep when they begin a new project. Really impressive.
Oh, that's cool. Right. Anybody I've missed? Oh, no, I did him.
Akhenaten was the husband of Nefertiti and the father of Tutankhamen, a famous family. But he went down in history as the pharaoh who wanted to eliminate the old gods and replace them with a single god. The priests took offense, and he died of unknown causes.
Oh, I got achievement, history fan. Chigo! Right, shall we talk to Westmacott now?